What's up, y'all? This is mainly to my homies that really haven't even started yet, or are just thinking about starting, or just started on their fitness journey. And I'm usually talking to those people because I think it's important. I wish I would have known a lot of these little secrets when I first started, because there wasn't really, YouTube was a thing, but it was mainly like, there wasn't a lot of vloggers on here talking about the beginning stages of working out and how to really overcome the challenges of the day-to-day drag of having to make it to the gym after work or before work and stuff like that. Because over the years, having done this for, being in shape for well over 15 years now, the biggest challenge has been how do I overcome how do I overcome how do I say this? The agony of getting up at 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. to go to the gym before work, or the dreaded after work workout. If you think that getting up at 6 a.m. to do a workout is hard, imagine working all day, sitting down or standing up or doing whatever, and then having to make it to the gym after work. Whew. I can't even, oh my God. That is terrible. I do it often, I do it almost every day. I don't get up at 5 a.m. to work out, all the time. I do it on occasion if I have to, but my particular job is, pretty convenient. I would say I have a gym there, so it's not really that difficult. But people who, oh my God, the dreaded, you get off of work, you get in the car, you do an hour-long commute home, you got to change, or you just go straight to the gym from work and change there. Oh my God, like how horrible is that, right? It's work. It sucks. It's not fun whatsoever, and you're not even getting paid to do it, and that is why I'm talking to you guys, because you're not getting paid to go to the gym. You're just starting out. You look in the mirror, you're fat, you don't like what you see, you're out of shape. Every single workout is hard, no matter how easy it is. I can talk shit because, some days I do an easy workout, which is maybe like a 3-mile run, or, I walk on the treadmill and then do like a couple of, some chest exercises and some leg exercises, and then I call it a day. But I already have a base built to where like I'm just maintaining when I do those little workouts. And then when I want to do harder workouts, now I'm actually building something. And the fact that I have worked out for so long that I have a like base knowledge of workouts that I can just pull out of a hat and go do. And I know what's easy and I know what's hard and I know how hard I can push myself, and I don't have to worry about all those things. But when I was first starting out, I didn't even know what a bench press was. I didn't even know what a lat pull down did. I didn't even know what a dip did, you know what I mean? And what muscles that would build and stuff like that. So I get it. When you're first starting out, you don't even know what's up and what's down. You don't even know how long you have to work out for in order to get your body to respond and do a certain thing. At this stage in my life, I could look at myself in the mirror and be like, all right, I could be lean, seeing all the abs and everything in 4 weeks. And you can just, like I personally and other people who've been doing this for a long time can just know what foods they need to eat and what workouts they need to do to make their body respond a certain way to get certain results. But you, the person who's just starting out, doesn't have that experience yet. So you're relying on people to help you and tell you what is going to happen when you do certain things. So I will tell you that the main goal of your fitness journey and all that stuff is to avoid burnout and not get injured. Burnout, both of those can come up at any time, but burnout is just gonna be, you just get tired of it, so you stop going. That's the one thing you wanna avoid, because if you don't make it to the gym, then you're not gonna be in shape. That's just it doesn't have to be the gym like I'm in, but it can be, outside running or, walking or whatever it is. But just the simple act of doing an activity, a dedicated, this is my workout, is so mentally, it's a mental success. You know what I mean? You are going to win when you set up a time, a bracketed time. It could be 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever your amount of time is, that you're going to dedicate to a workout. Because when you do that, you compartmentalize in your brain. At least this works for me. It may not work for other people, but I have explained this to people and it has worked for them. So I would take it seriously. If I'm going to go walk my dog for 30 minutes and I'm gonna call that my workout, then I worked out for the day, right? That's workout number one. Now, if I wanna go to the gym later in the afternoon and do a chest workout or a legs workout or something, then that's workout number two. And I worked out twice that day. Great. But, don't say to yourself, well, I'm going to walk the dog. That's not a workout, because it is. You did something for a set period of time. You started your watch or your iPhone or whatever, and it tracked a workout for a certain period of time. Mentally, you can call that a workout, right? But you have to dedicate it and say that it is. That way you can say on your calendar, I worked out Monday. I did a 30-minute walk with the dog. Done. And then Tuesday, I did a back and bis workout at the gym, and that was 45 minutes. Cool. Tuesday, I worked out. Wednesday, what'd you do? You went to the gym and did shoulders. Okay, done. And then Thursday, walk the dog for 45 minutes. That way at the end of the week, you can look at your calendar and say, okay, for 6 days out of the 7, I worked out. I did physical activity that I'm calling workouts. To me, that is so important, because I saw something the other day on the internet, where it was on TikTok or not TikTok, but Instagram or something, where it was a picture of 2 rows of cups. And it was this is not consistency and this is consistency. The one that was not consistency was all 5 cups or all 7 cups filled to the brim. That's not consistency. Consistency is the next set of cups, which was the first cup was 75% filled. The next cup was 25% filled. The next cup was 50% filled. The next cup was to the brim. The next cup was to the brim. And then the next cup was half full. So over the course of a year, all of your workouts are not going to be CrossFit Games, intensity workouts. They're not going to be, right? Not every workout is going to be a 10-mile run. Not every workout is going to be a time trial 5K. Not every workout is going to be a, max set of bench presses followed by 1,000 push-ups and everything else. That's not going to be every workout. Some workouts are just going to be a 30-minute walk on a treadmill. So, how have I stuck with it for 15 plus years with a average person's mentality? I wouldn't say I have a over the top mentality with working out. I have gone through periods of years where my workouts have been quite intense, but in order to get to a body where you can see all of your muscles, you can see your abs, you can see biceps and stuff. Some years are literally just like maintenance workouts. Like I'm not even training for anything specific. I'm just going on about, I would say for the past year, I've just been going to the gym doing workouts. You know, I haven't really done any big races, or I haven't signed up for anything like competition wise or anything like that. So like I've just been going to the gym, doing some workouts. You know, it'd be like, 4 sets of this, 4 sets of that, walk on the treadmill or run on the treadmill for 25 minutes, done. So for the beginner, I've already been talking for 10 minutes, so I'm gonna speed it up a little, but for those of you who are beginning, the main objective is simply to, your job is just to make it to the gym. Convince yourself to get to the gym no matter what. You could walk on the treadmill for 30 minutes every day for a month, and you may not see outstanding results from that physically, but what you will see is outstanding results mentally. You will know that you did what you said you will do. That is the number one thing. That is the main thing, is that when you say that you'll do it, you'll do it. And that is all you need to program in your brain. Because if you say that you'll make it to the gym and do a 30-minute walk on the treadmill, then 2 years from now, when you say that you're gonna run 10 miles, you will. And that's really the most important part. And I wish I'd have known that years ago, because then it just makes everything easier, If I tell myself that tomorrow, even at this stage now, I just tell myself, all right, tomorrow, all you really need to do to be successful over the long haul is make it to the gym and walk on the treadmill for 45 minutes. Done. Easy for me to do. An hour walk on the treadmill, super easy. It may not be easy for you, but you can just dial back to what is, easy, an easy day, an easy workout. You ride the little, exercise bike for 25 minutes or 10 minutes. But the fact that you told yourself that you will go to the gym, you will lace up the shoes, and you will ride the bike for 10 minutes is more important over the long haul than doing a super hard workout. Just keep your head down. When you see other people going above and beyond and doing workouts that you can't do or that you're not ready for, don't do that yet, because you want to avoid injury, right? You don't want to go to the gym with your friend and load up something on the bench that they're doing, but you clearly can't do yet because you haven't worked up to it. Maybe you could do it with bad form, Maybe you're like, I can do that, but I'm gonna have to sacrifice form a little bit. Don't do it. Just take the weight off, put something on that you can do, and tortoise in the hair that thing, Just do what you know you can do. Do rep ranges that you know you can do. Do weight that you know you can do. And over a long period of time, you're gonna build this muscle strength to where you can do heavier weights, and you don't really want to do ego impressive workouts, right? That's what gets you hurt. And the whole main goal is to keep your head down and maintain a high level of fitness for the rest of your life. You don't want to do it for, when you're 20 to 25 years old and then quit. You want to do it from when you're 20 to or 18 or whatever. You want to do it from when you start until you're dead, essentially. So while you're doing all this stuff, just keep that in mind. It's like an investment with your money, right? You don't want to, you certainly don't want to save $10,000 and then put it into a risky investment, Like that's just not smart. So You want to take your $10,000, put it into an investment that is going to, have some level of risk, but is not going to bankrupt you right now. So that's how this workout stuff goes, is like when you have this base level of strength and you go into the gym for the first time, you don't want to take this motivation that you have to go to the gym and then hop on a squat rack and load up some weight that you're not ready for, do a squat, pull a hamstring, and now you're out for 6 months. Like that's not it. So the fun of it is being fit for life. And it takes a long time. So just keep that in your mind and be okay with, I made it to the gym, I did my 30 minutes, now I'm out. Tomorrow I'll do it again. Tomorrow I'll do it again. Tomorrow I'll do it again. And then just build that up over year after year after year, and you'll be astounded how in shape you are in 10 years' time. I wish I would have known that, because I've probably spent a year or more being injured. I probably spent a year or more in pain that I didn't have to be in, because I lifted some heavy weight that I wasn't ready for, or I did some activity that, I was trying to keep up with somebody that was stronger than me, and I ended up getting hurt. Like, I wish I could have avoided all those things. I wish somebody would have just told me back in the day that just staying consistent is the number one thing, It's like, it's so simple. And there's so many people out there that are doing like bulking, cutting, all this stuff. You don't have to do all that. You just eat healthy, go to the gym and work out, and over time you'll just be in great shape. And that's lesson number one for the uber beginner, is just all you have to do is just make it to the gym and do something the majority of the week. And then the majority of the week turns into the majority of the month. And then the majority of the month turns into the majority of the year. And then the majority of 1 year turns into the majority of 10 years, and so on and so on and so on, until you're just in shape for your whole life. Avoiding injury and avoiding burnout, because you're just plugging away, you're staying consistent. But don't forget that those workouts will get boring sometimes, and you just need to grind through it. You just get there, and that's it. Stay consistent, make it happen. And if you need a little pick-me-up, watch some videos. Once you get to the gym and you start doing a couple of sets, you'll get motivation from that, obviously. But just keep that in mind, When you get to the gym, you start walking on the treadmill, you start seeing people at the gym, you get energy from that. So that'll help. And geez, yeah. I can't stress how tough it is to just make it to the gym. That is the hardest part. So keep that in mind. And that's it. Now I'm gonna get to my workout, but yeah, happy trails.